Okay, here we go again. Hour three. This works out. I'm using a new microphone. Actually, it's a new phone. It's not a new phone because. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So hopefully, the audio quality is going to come in better. I hope. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But continue this game where we left off. It's been about a week since I've played, so I'm a little lost. I guess there's a guy here. Let's see, if we go here, we can see where we are. And I can't remember where exactly it was we were headed, but I guess we're going up north. It's always been my trouble with the RPG genre, is even if you're gone for a little while, it always seems like you can get a little bit lost in the game. So I'm just trying to recollect. I can't even remember the controls if I could. No. Yeah, I can't. No. Okay, there we go. Yeah. That's what it does to you. Candy. I remember what was it? We went on the cannon travel and we were headed somewhere. I guess the cannon didn't make it to where we were supposed to go, and the evil tree. I'm Gizmo and Hungry is the Lou. Yeah, okay. What the heck's the deal with these trees? Holes everywhere. Yeah, this is on purpose. And I feel like jumping here is gonna take me anywhere. No. here. Yeah, go back. Now, somebody, I can't remember who, I'll have to look, told me that this game is too complex for me and I should be playing Potato Man. Probably they're right. I can't figure out which holes to use. Down the line, because I don't have a microphone, obviously I have a microphone on my phone and that's what I'm recording with, but because I don't have a microphone on my computer, I would prefer to do this as some sort of live stream or whatnot, because the weekly uploads are, I mean, I guess they're fine, but there's not much to talk about, and I know that, you know, last time I did the, what do you call it, live stream, whatever, I had, you know, people commenting and talking, and, you know, conversation going, and I think it's a little more interactive, a little bit more interesting than just, you know, watching me ramble, play a game. It's a nice game. Yeah, if I knew where it was going. What I like is we have these power attacks. You know, I don't know if you noticed the little bar on the bottom is growing and shrinking. What's interesting is if you execute your powerful attack, you know, your whatever special attack, it doesn't actually use up unless you make contact, which I find pretty interesting. I assume I should be going north, and for that reason I go south, because I'm always interested to see what else there might be. And it's always good to get extra experience. Let's see. The thing is, I don't actually remember playing a game on the SNES that had a day and night cycle. I'm sure they existed. I just don't quite remember. It's not. Because obviously the last Secret of Mana game didn't have a day and night cycle. Musician. You know, I said I was going to look these stats up, and I still haven't. What they do, because I may be putting the wrong stats in the wrong places, but who knows. Well, she learned something. New technique. Cool. Now that's where I was before, wasn't it? Okay. So basically, yeah, I went the wrong way. As I knew, or as I suspected. This is essentially where we came from. At some point we were going through that, I guess, call it tunnel or whatever, the cleft of the earth. And if I recall, the bridge, it blew up and we couldn't make it across. We ended up taking the cannon trouble. Actually, I was gonna try out the magic because I have magic. Diamond missile is all of them. Those special effects were always something. At least when I was a kid playing the original Secret of Mana, that was always something that was just so impressive. And obviously it's aged with time. But if you have to think of, you know, how the programmers pulled that off. Like for them, the only thing I can think of, it had to have been a challenge, a fun challenge, you know, there's... Okay, well, everyone's dead. So we realized we walked in the middle of an invasion. Got it. I'll pay. Take a little easy. Oh, you can walk through walls. Yeah. She's only unconscious. Cool. Like that's great. Nothing around here. Sometimes, I don't know, I like to check. Honestly, it's like a waste of time, but you never know what you'll find in these little corners. We won't save for the sake of the video. Of course, there's always a danger that we'll die. At least in our gameplay. Now, if I remember right, because there's these magic types. And of course, they all have their own strengths and weaknesses. Sorry, I got a little coffee. So of course, like fire is strong against something, and water, you know, I can't remember what types there are, but like I have I really have no idea. I have a water type and rock type, ground? I don't know. Anyway, they have their little effects and whatnot. So all this stuff. Imagine the king is up there. So it would be something like that. So. So it's those magicians I have to get at first because they have no magic. Something's going to happen here. She's only unconscious. Cool. That's so, yeah. Let them lay there. Oh, we're gonna increase her luck. Give her a little health. But obviously, candy is so great for healing. She went like that. Why am I using candy now rather than magic? Because the magic is generally more powerful, and if there's a boss fight or something coming on, I'd rather have the magic available than the candy. And on top of that, there's so much, and the candy is so cheap, it's everywhere. So I can never increase my strength, agility. I like checking those rooms out to see what's up, but there's nothing in there. It's nice when they add some like little secret there. I just go in and he'll stop, and the killing ends. Okay, this is what I thought. And obviously, what am I supposed to do with the guy? Yeah, disappears. So he just leaves. Okay. To the king. King is his father or something. Yep. Yeah, it's like, oh, that one died, so you must be different. Yeah, so I gotta find, what did you say, Spirit of Wind? So... Okay, Tapano. Actually, I don't know how I'm going to get to where I need to. Yeah, sounds just like his brother, I guess. Come back later, I don't know. I wonder if I switch characters if it's the same issue. Seemed like a good scam anyway. X-rated magazine. In the library, cool, okay. Or is this just someone's house? So I guess the point there is that those are the beasts that I have to destroy, and the last one is unknown. Crazy. Now, much of this is similar to the first game, so the beast might be the same beast as before. I won't reveal that to anybody. And it has a lot of similarities in the sense that class changes. So I think I'm a thief, and then eventually you can change into something else. Yeah, there are some similarities. In the first one, you had to, I think there were 8 orbs, maybe 9, I can't remember. And you had to, and there were orbs, I guess they sealed power or whatever, and here they're stones, and it's kind of a similar idea. Let's see what we can Rose, walnut. I don't like always to max out on everything simply because I don't like to max out on everything simply because of the treasure chest, and then everything goes to inventory, and then I'm just too lazy, or I forget that there's actually a way to move things from inventory back into your items. So I do prefer to just, leave a little bit for 1 or 2. So I'm supposed to go to Palo, wherever Palo is. But I can't go to... I think that was the city I was in before. but there's nowhere to go there south because the bridge is missing. I wonder if the point is that I just have to explore a bit. To explore a bit and then maybe come back and it could be global warming, you know, flowers blooming early. I guess, you know, explore a bit and then come back and see if the cannon's ready. These type of games are not really for everyone. They're a little bit slower paced, but I've always enjoyed them. I guess this is like a bar. Maybe there's more people there at night. Okay. So the cannon must be ready. I see. Well, what I was looking, yeah, there. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for a. Sometimes your buddies get stuck there. I was looking for an item shop, and I mean like a weapon shop, and it's right beside. But I'll see what's going on here first. So this is a nice whole family. A treasure chest, huh? Now, is it weird if I take the chest simply because... Okay. I was gonna say, because this is not my home. I checked anyone, didn't I? Now, how earrings are supposed to help defend you, I'm just gonna see if the other items. I think I got everything. How a pair of earrings is supposed to defend you, I don't know, but apparently it does. You know, they have these day and night, I guess, power spirits, so I guess during those times when the day changes, some magic might be stronger. Here's the artificial intelligence. I don't mess with that. Something with it. Which is kind of neat. And yeah, it's cool. Anyway. I think programming these games must have been a pain because, of course, there were techniques to do it. You know, for example, even drawing sprites, you drew them out, but then eventually you would have to throw them back into. Anyway, that's You know, don't worry if I eat half of my sentences up, because I don't really know what I was going to talk about. And then, sometimes I get distracted by the game, seeing what's up and what's involved in it. So somehow his brother sent him a cannon, but I can't get to the city. I wonder how he shipped it. And actually, yeah, okay, there we go. So back to the city. Cool. So where is Pablo? For some reason I thought this was Pablo, but I guess it's not. Send cannons to everybody. Someday we'll all travel this way. I wonder. So if I come out here, is he gonna watch me? Forsana? Where's Forsana? Sure, I'll go there. I don't know where it is, but I'll go there. No, but that's where I just came from, right? Yeah. You know, one of the things that, man, I'm missing from this game is, and I think a lot of people forget and they don't realize, or it's just something that's out of the experience, is that when these games came out, and you can talk about, even Legend of Zelda, or, what was it? There's a few other games I played that came with absolutely giant maps, like, enormous maps, like, poster-side maps. And on one side you'd have a beautiful poster, very nice artwork, and on the other side you'd have a map of the whole place you were visiting. So you could always refer to it, you could always look at it, and then it would always keep you guessing. You'd see cities on there, you'd be like, oh, when am I going to see that, or I want to check that out. And it just, they, through the material, because you were limited by the systems itself, much of the world had to be created outside of the game, which was interesting. I mean, obviously now that reliance is not as necessary as it used to be, but it was always something neat to have that giant map and to be able to, let's see, so stay the night here, right? Now I wonder, that's the thing, is without a map I can't quite look at anything, because this would be the port, but I don't know if this is the port I'm supposed to be at. I mean, I'll stay the night. But without the map, you lose that sense of, I guess, place in the, this artificial world. And, and it can make the game a little bit more confusing, because when playing it, you don't have that map, and when you would, if you own this game, you would have the map, and you'd be looking through it, and you'd be traveling with it, and it's like, oh, I have to go to this city, or where is it, and, okay, so, obviously I'm not going with this guy. I have to go to a city called Palo, which I'm absolutely clueless where it is. Here's a little sign. Just want to read the sign. I have no idea where I have to go. obviously the cannon took me here. Actually, I wonder... Yeah, I'll just go. Well, you know, getting the experience points and all that, it makes the game easier, so... Might as well. Just as I understood it, I had to go to the city called Halo, and I am lost. And I guess normally I just bring up an FAQ or something, or like I said, if I had a map. But it is what it is. So let's see what we get. Yeah. That's terrible. Drink, that's good. I don't know if I've actually been here before. So I should come here at night and see what's up. Something. This is the city, I guess. By itself. That's it, by itself. So I'm just trying to sell. So there's a hammer that's special. I think generally, what's that? I can't even write it. You know, that rule of thumb, or whatever you call it, that if an item is, if you mention an item, if you show an item, you better use it, or it better show up. Cool weapons. Be a nice jump. I should have sold, but you know, next time. I mean, at this point, it doesn't seem like I'm lacking the money in the game, so. I think when I had played this game early on, not this game, but the original Secret of Mana game, I was a lot younger, and I had played a portion of the game without even realizing that you could upgrade your equipment, or maybe I've been. And I've heard a lot of people have actually done that, where they were new to the game and didn't realize that they could actually do that. And it really makes a difference. Okay, so there's a place that I have to go visit at night. So basically, this whole city operates at night. Operates at night. Operates at night, okay. Okay, that's good. So there's danger, right? I don't want to. No. I want to see what's up with the city before I leave. Obviously, it seems like I don't have to. But it looks like there's been enough intrigue in it. So we're gonna go take a rest. Sometimes the characters get stuck. We're gonna go take a rest and push these people out of the way. See what's going on at night. And then take our voyage to Palo. Prices are getting high. I remember in the original game, at some point you could fly around the map. I mean, you had the ability to fly. So obviously, whenever you wanted to get, to save, you wanted to save at a hotel, and you wanted to heal at a hotel. So the thing was to go to the, one of the first towns in the game, and just pay the cheapest price possible. That's cool. So nothing special there, but here's the black market. See what they've got for sale. I will definitely buy some of these. But first I want to see what else there is before I waste my money. So that's probably another storyline from another character, not from I would guess. It sounds like it. So is this the same fortune teller? Yeah, there's nowhere to change my future. Okay. Okay. Light magic management. Mana. I can't hold anymore? Yeah, I'll buy it. I'll have to rearrange my... These are nice to have in case of a boss fight or something. But because they're in storage, I have to make sure that obviously I rearrange my storage so that I can actually use them. Buy 3 of each. Buy 3 of these. So I can distract everybody up. Blowing all my money. But I know the value of these, so they basically allow you to do magic attacks without. Yeah, that's fine. I didn't mean to exit out, but that's fine. So basically, I need to go in here, and then my inventory, I guess, is here. That's not it. Now, if I could remember where it actually, because that's not the same inventory. There we go. So, for example, I don't need to be carrying gunpowder. Instead of that, I can take, and I don't need the magic robe. I mean, I still don't need it. And then in place of that, I can take out an ice coin and a Litecoin, like Bitcoin, Litecoin. It's a type of cryptocurrency, I guess it's in the game. Oh, so we'll see who's that. Right. And then maybe a hand axe. And those will all go fast in any boss battle. So we'll replenish that. Okay, let's watch the show. Yeah, sure. I assume that if it's just a show like this, who knows? Let's see what's up. No, not that other side. Yes, cool. No. I guess that's it. There's no. I thought there would be something special. Continue on. I don't know why, I thought there'd be something more to it. Yeah. I think that's what it is. So it's time to take the boat. One way rate, man. I just spent most of my man. I just blew all my money. But luckily enough, in this game, it's easy to get more money. I don't even know what the currency is supposed to be. I know in the because this is a fan translation, so I don't know what it's meant to be. Secret Mana was I think you had gold, so you could carry them with sites of gold or something. See, now this overworld map, I wish there was a way to access it. Maybe there is, but I can't figure it out. I wish there was a way to access it some other way, because normally you'd have that as a map. I guess I've talked too much about the map at this point, but... So this was the town that I was meant to go to. Like there's an item shop, but obviously I can't afford any items. And there's a weapon shop that might actually have better weapons. Do they? No, they don't. Well, actually they do. But I can't afford it. Well, it's not that much better. It would have been nice. And I could probably sell equipment, but that's not going to get me anything. Yeah, so what am I supposed to do? Obviously I'm not going to afford any weapons. Check around and see everyone's zombie. So since I'm not going to explore this town, there's not much to explore. I can either go. There's a. Okay, so people live here. So that was one of the other characters in the game too. So you can see where there's this intersection and where there's a slight deviation in the stories. Because as I understand, the stories are actually all pretty similar, but they do have their uniqueness, which is meant for replayability. The truth is, I'm probably not going to replay this game because it's a nice game, but. There's so many nice games out there to play that it's hard to, spend too much time on one game. I don't think I'm actually well prepared for this area. These guys look tough. Each. I'll see how far I get in the next 5 minutes. If it looks too tough, I'll head back to the inn, skip for the fancy stuff. tough. No, I didn't want it. Man. That's my mistake. I'm just gonna use a bit of magic on them. Yeah. Actually, I think the other magic is a little more powerful on them because it's nighttime. That was fast. So yeah, it is a lot more powerful. Check. Man, that really annihilates them. Missed. So there's gotta be a save point going up. I'll have to fight you guys here. I don't know if I should go. You're gonna feel Gizmo. You're going to do a little bit of magic on it. So we're at the hour, and so I will be quitting at the next, this is a good stopping point. Actually, if I remember next time, I'm going to go back, look at what was up that staircase, because I'm curious. Yeah, that was 1 hour playing with Gizmo. I hope you enjoyed it. Not much to say about it. Who knows, maybe at some point, you know, I could probably find the cheap. Actually, I need to look and see, because I might have in a closet an old microphone that's not going to be as high quality, but could be used to do something a little more, I guess, interactive, more live, because that's what's kind of missing, I think, in these videos. Yeah, and I'll be uploading this on Tuesday, because that's the Playing with Gizmo hour. Tuesday it is. So, that guy's getting a little bit impatient of me talking too much. Yeah. So yeah, of course, as always, everyone has to have a good day. They have to have a good morning and a good night. And if you're not having a good day, a morning, or night, you know, I hope that eventually you do. So that's all there is to it. Not much to say. I'm a little bit of a slow player. I know it's going to take me longer than most. I'm not doing a fast play. I don't know what I'm looking for. I don't know what's next. And every time I start, I'm a little. I've been doing this about once a week. But the goal is to actually finally finish the game, because I've started this game so many times and I've lost save files, or I've not had the time to come back to it. And just by uploading these videos, it's such a tiny task to do. But hopefully I actually finish this story. It's a game that I've been meaning to play for a long time, and it's a series that I really enjoy, and I think it still holds up. It's a story-based game. It's a little slow, but I think that there's still a lot of fun to do with it. And I think it still comes from an era where the game that was purchased is the game that you get, and it never feels like there's anything there that's there's a lot of good games nowadays. I just finished playing the Metal Gear series, Metal Gear Solid 5. Spent over 100 hours on it. That was an incredible game, I thought. But all too often you find these games that do feel like they have a paywall to it, and it takes away from it, rather than having a game that feels complete from the start. Of course, that's a rant that I can imagine that as more and more people who grew up with these games get older and older, they're going to be ranting more and more about, and it's just going to be more of, hey grandpa, things aren't the way that they used to be. I'm not that old, not yet, but I can imagine that 30 years from now, 50 years from now, when I'm in a retirement home, saying, hey, this is how it used to be, it's the way things change. So, on one hand, games are far more technology is far more accessible to everyone in the world, and that's an incredible achievement. And I'm just rambling and going on to different topics, but yeah, we'll end there, and do have a good day, a good morning, a good night, however it is. Bye bye.